This is the introduction or the instruction to the digital assignment number one, right? So the assignment number one is on planning and scheduling, typically a construction planning and scheduling. Before you begin, like you need to incorporate the honor code. Like generally, people who take my other courses were very aware of this. But if you're pretty new, probably this will be, pretty much an introduction to the digital assignments and submission of digital assignments for my courses, right? This is a honor code. Like it says, like the following submissions or submission is are my own and original work, which means it's not copied from somebody else or it is not taken directly from an internet or 100% plagiarism, something like that. And the solutions of the answers submitted also, it's not only that, but also the implications or inference or the final consensus, like all those things are also not copied neither in full nor in part from anybody. And also you have to give a declaration that you have not shared your work with anybody enrolled in this course. And if you do so, and later on, we'll not have any debate on who has submitted or who was originally done. So whoever have shared as well as the people who have copied the same assignments will get the same grading, which is the zero grading, right? And any of these violations will be viewed as malpractice and will be marked at zero. And in fact, the malpractice I view very seriously. I don't encourage malpractice, right? So I take it very seriously. So it will be marked at zero. So irrespective of anything else, like if it is not malpractice and if you have really done good work, probably you get good grades. But malpractice will be leading to zero, as simple as that. And then after deadline, do not bring like uh, excuses probably. So deadline is deadline, it's fixed. The deadline for the digital assignment number one is 31st January and 10 p.m. It's in Moodle, so the link will be shared soon. But I repeat, the deadline is January 31st, 2022, 10 p.m. Right? So the submission is via Moodle, and the submission format is Excel. So this particular Excel is already uploaded in the Google Drive link in the lecture notes section. So you can download it and make use of the same thing for your analogy. Well, before I brief you the actual exercise or the assignment, let me just finally finish this honor code. And also just a final declaration, like I do take full responsibility in case of invalid files or corrupt or non-openable files. It's your responsibility to submit a valid document. If you say, even though you have submitted a document before the deadline, but if it is invalid or corrupt or something, then it is also taken as not submitted, as equivalent to not submitted, and do not ask for extra time or resubmission. It's as simple as that. That will spoil the spirit of this course. So kindly make sure that you write this, and underneath you put your own signature and the date of your submission. Right. So this is regarding the HANA code. Let's brief you about the actual assignment, like what is exactly digital assignment number one, or what is the requirement for fulfilling the DA1, right? So this is a typical floor plan. In fact, digital assignment number one, all of you have to take a unique floor plan. So no two floor plans should be matching, right? So which means that 26 people have enrolled, so all 26 people should have a unique plan, which means that at the end of this DA1, we'll have a 26 unique floor plan, as simple as that. So this is a typical one, that this is my house. I've taken for sample, right? So this is how, you generally give a floor plan. You can take it as an image and place it here, or even an AutoCAD image, taken a screen capture and put it in this particular thing. So the first sheet is the floor plan. So first give us a floor plan. And you can take a single-story building. It could be residential or commercial, whatever it might be, but a floor plan, not much complexity, because more the complex floor plan, the more the complex the schedule and the planning for that, right? So take a simplified, but take a comprehensive thing, like which should have almost everything to in for a particular building. Say this is a 3 BHK apartment, so it has got almost everything that is required for a 3 BHK, and so on, right? So this is typically a floor plan, and I have taken this, and you don't have to really take this. Instead, you can take a unique floor plan, which you can take it from internet also. But make sure that you take a valid floor plan or something like that, or it is pretty, pretty comprehensive in terms of in details and in terms of the component wise or something. The next is the calendar. Like I've taken 2022, so you can take any year. Probably 2022 is the current year, so probably you can correlate with the happenings this year, something like that. So that's the important thing. The next thing, next to the floor plan is the calendar, selection of the calendar, and then you need to provide calendar information. Like so, you need to specify work week. You can take Monday to Saturday, 9 to 6. This is for sample again. You can even change to Monday to Friday if you like, and if you want to change work hours, also is fine. But 8 hours is mandatory. 8 hours work is mandatory. If you calculate 9 to 6, it will be 9 hours, but 1 hour is for lunch or something like that. But so it's totally 8 hour work duration, uninterrupted work duration. That's very important. And non-working day in a week is a Sunday. So every Sunday in a week is non-working, and holidays or exemptions like probably January 1 is a New Year and 14 is Pongal, Republic Day is 26, and so on. And you have till December 20, 25 is Christmas. Maybe. Right. So all those things you need to pay key attention. So I've just filled only very few. You can even specifically mention the other government holidays as well as regional holidays as well as company specific holidays and something like that. Right. So first you create a floor plan, then the calendar, and next is the planning. The first step in the planning is the work breakdown structure. So this is a typical work breakdown structure. So give list of activities and activity IDs or task IDs is very important. And work breakdown structure, how you fragment, different things like for construction, right? So how do you accomplish the particular construction? All those things are put in a sequence that is called work breakdown structure. And the resources list, like how many people required or something like that. But in this case, in the work breakdown structure, we'll be looking into the what are the probable resources required. Say for this case, for the site clearance, I've got laborers. Also need equipments for clearing. So all these things also required. So equipment is itself is plural. Clearing and probably can even take for cleaning. All those things, right? So these things are equipments and resources, right? So resources looks into not only people but also materials. Cost we can avoid at this point of time because we'll be taking a look at cost in much detail in the module number 4. In that case, in digital assessment number 3 will be on costing, right? So at this point, you can exclude cost from the resources, but other than that, like machineries, people, then equipment, all those things can be put under resources. So you need to generate that. And finally, we'll be looking into the schedule, which is the duration. You can take in terms of days, you can take in terms of weeks. So depending upon your schedule, you can really take a look at that. And start and end date, and make sure that this start and end date, this particular date does not comes under a holiday or even a non-working day in a week. Right. And predecessors are very important. For cleaning is the first activity, initial activity, and does not have any predecessors. Whereas the other activities like serving will be depending upon the site clearance and something like that. And resources here, we will not give us a list, but we will give us a detail like a number of labors required, like 4 labors are required for cleaning and clearing the earth, something like that, and equipments required, cleaning and clearing equipment or something like that. Then in activity number 2, which is A01 surveying, we need 2 surveyors and surveying instruments, something like that. You don't have to really get into a detail like theodolite or EDM machine or something like that, but instead you can specify as surveying instruments. Like we don't go in much detail since this is a preliminary thing. This is a preliminary, planning and scheduling. So we don't go in much detail. In DA2, we'll be extrapolating it, or we will be expanding this particular assignment. Whatever you submit your assignment for DA1, that will be continued for DA2. If you wish, you can change it, but if you continue that, that will be more comprehensive. At the end of DA3, you'll have a wholesome idea of this particular concept, right? So that's what I wanted to emphasize. So this is, overview of digital assignment number 1. And I repeat, this document is already available in the Google Drive, so you can take a look at that. And the submission is via Moodle, and the deadline is 31st January 2025 and 10 p.m. Right, so start doing your assignment from now onwards, and that's it regarding digital assignment number 1.